factors have impact on decisions whether to choose one pricing model or another. And it is the same for clients of all sizes, industries and locations. Important considerations include whether the product is defined or not, if the budget is guaranteed or not, and whether the client wants to take ownership of development or rely on the vendor. For example, if the budget is not secured, but the client needs an MVP for approval by the stakeholders, it's smart to start with a small time and material project to develop the MVP and check out the vendor's capabilities. After the MVP is done and approval from the stakeholders is there and the scope is clear, then we can discuss a fixed price model. If the client has an in-house team but needs specific expertise like .NET, for example, then we can discuss a mid and long-term dedicated team engagement with potential buyout option for the client. The world evolves, technologies are penetrating every part of our daily lives, and therefore the world is getting more and more regulated. One I can say for sure that it will not become easier. One of the most significant regulatory trends affecting software development is the increasing focus on data privacy and security. Legislation such as GDPR in the European Union and the California Consumer Privacy Act in the US have already set high standards of data protection. Moving forward, more countries are implementing similar laws. These regulations require from companies like Altamira to integrate privacy by design, to make sure that data is stored and processed securely and provide users with greater control over their personal information. Next, we have cybersecurity requirements. The Cyber Resilience Act in the European Union is pushing developers to adopt secure coding practices. These frameworks outline the standard rules for security to make the digital products resilient against evolving cyber threats. The global cost of cybercrime exceeds $8 trillion and might grow to 20 by 2026, so you can imagine how important it is. Companies like Altamira should help the clients to integrate comprehensive security measures and stay ahead of potential threats. Digital Operation Resilience Act, so-called DORA. This is another set of rules aiming to ensure that financial institutions and their service providers, including software developers, have implemented operational resilience measures. This includes requirements for incident reporting, ICT risk management, and ensuring the continuity of critical functions of the specifically financial organization during potential operational disruptions. AI. Yes, it transforms industries, and this is why it's also attracting regulatory attention. The European Union AI Act is one of the first comprehensive legal frameworks aiming to classify AI systems by risk levels and impose stricter requirements on high-risk applications, which in fact promotes AI transparency to the users and requires ethical use of AI in the products. Also, there is a growing demand for algorithmic transparency, requiring companies to disclose how their algorithms function and ensure that they're free from bias. So, software developers should always keep in mind those basic rules as they innovate our daily lives with AI. Having said that, as technologies continue to evolve, regulatory frameworks will definitely shape how we build. As technologies continue to evolve, regulatory frameworks will definitely shape how we build, what we build, and to which extent we deploy technology into our lives. So for companies like Altamira, it is important to stay up to date and adapt their mindsets to these regulations. If we do, then we can create not just innovative, but, which is most important, responsible software, respecting the data privacy and the ethical usage of AI, cybersecurity challenges, and contribute positively to society. Yes, definitely we did. We had a couple of cases where regulatory compliance slightly changed the course of the project. One example involved a project where we needed to ensure compliance with GDPR while developing a software solution for one of our clients. And the issue was caused by A, requirements to the storage of personal data in this specific project was not explicitly defined in the regulations, and B, initially the project scope did not fully account for the strict data privacy requirements. As we progressed with the project, we realized that some changes were needed to align with these regulations. This required a comprehensive review of our data handling process. So we engaged a dedicated compliance team that included legal experts and data privacy specialists and business analysts. This team was responsible to deep dive into the business concept of the client and then interpret the requirements to ensure that every aspect of the project is in compliance with the GDPR. To meet GDPR requirements, we had to slightly redesign certain aspects of the software architecture, improve data anonymization techniques, improve encryption protocols, and ensure that users had control over their data through features like consent management and data access requests. We have also conducted training sessions for our development team to make sure they were aware of the regulatory requirements and best practices for data privacy. The ongoing education was important in maintaining compliance through the project lifecycle. At the end of the day, we were able to successfully navigate the regulatory challenges and deliver a compliant solution to our client. But this experience emphasized the importance of proactively addressing regulations and implementing compliance into our development processes from the early beginning.